Hello, stranger, put your loving hand in mine. Hello, stranger, put your loving hand in mine. You are a stranger, you're a pal of mine. Get up, rounder, let a working man lay down. Get up, rounder, let a working man lay down. You are a rounder, but you're all out and down. Every time I ride the 6 and 4 streetcar, every time I ride the 6 and 4 streetcar, I can see my baby peeping through the bars. She bowed her head, she waved both hands at me. She bowed her head, she waved both hands at me. I'm prison bound, I'm longing to be free. Oh, I'll see you when your troubles are like mine. Oh, I'll see you when your troubles are like mine. Oh, I'll see you when you haven't got a dime. Weeping like a willow, mourning like a dove. Weeping like a willow, mourning like a dove. There's a girl up the country that I really love. Hello, stranger, put your loving hand in mine. Hello, stranger, put your loving hand in mine. You are a stranger, and you're a pal of mine. Howdy, folks, and a great big welcome to each and every one of you. Well, that song that I just sang is called Hello, Stranger, and it was recorded by the Carter family in the late 1920s. I think it was 1927. I think it's the first song that Mother Maybelle Carter ever sang solo on. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, it talks about one of the verses in there talks about being kind to strangers. The whole song is kind of made up of a whole bunch of different verses that don't have anything to do with each other, but that hello stranger part reminds me of something that I read in the Bible, so I'm going to read a few Bible passages for those of you folks who are not interested in and do not want to hear Bible readings. Now's the time for you to end the video. I'll say adios and see you next time. But for those of you who are hanging on, let me put this guy away. Hello, stranger, put your loving hand in mine. You are a stranger and you're a pal of mine. If we go to Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2, do not forget to entertain strangers, for by so doing some people have entertained angels without knowing it. And that happened way back. Hebrews is in the New Testament. Entertaining angels without knowing it happened way back in Genesis. Got it marked off here. Genesis chapter 18. The Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under this tree. Let me get you something to eat so you can be refreshed, and then go on your way, now that you have come to your servant." And then Abraham and his wife got a bunch of stuff ready for the 3 angels to eat. Ran to the herd and selected a choice tender calf, gave it to a servant who hurried to prepare it. He brought some curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared and set these before them. And then down the line in chapter 19, it talks about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham's nephew Lot was living in Sodom. Chapter 19. 2 angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. "My lords," he said, "please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go on your way early in the morning." "No," they answered, "we'll spend the night in the square." But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. And then it goes on to tell the rest of the story. So that's the earliest example where God's children took care of angels. If we go to, Jesus talked about it too. If we go to Matthew chapter 25, Jesus was talking about when he returns again, what's going to happen. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothed you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" The king will reply, "I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me." So in his own words, Jesus was encouraging followers of his to take care of each other while they were still on earth. And that's how the church, which is the body of Christ, its members take care of each other because they want to show their gratitude to God. So I hope you enjoyed the song, and I forgot to talk about where I got the song from. I learned it from off of this record made by Mike Seeger, and he sang it here, and he learned it off the Carter family. I got a lot of their records. It's in here somewhere. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the song. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And now it comes time for me to say God bless, and we'll see you down the road.